The human population is really having a negative effect on our local wildlife. Obviously, we are a huge part of the problem, and the Howell Nature Center thinks we need to be a part of the solution. My name is Dana DeBenham. I am the Director of Wildlife and Education at the Howell Nature Center. Every year, our clinic takes in thousands of injured birds and mammals and reptiles that have been affected by the hand of man. We see car accidents, window and building strikes, dog and cat attacks, lawnmowers, fishing line, rat poisons, and those are just to name a few. And our goal is always to get them healthy and released back to the wild. Today, we care for approximately 4,000 of 140 different species. The public brings these animals to us from over 30 counties across the state of Michigan, including the Upper Peninsula. Wild animals in captivity are extremely stressed because we are their predators, and it's very important to minimize their discomfort. So we will immediately put them in an isolation room where they can calm down. They may have been sitting on the side of the road for many, many days. Often we will be rehydrating or warming them up first. Some of these animals or birds will need x-rays, many antibiotics to prevent infection. We clean wounds, we stabilize broken bones. The healthy babies immediately get put with their own species, becoming a new family, if you will. In our clinic, which is kind of our ICU, their movement is restricted with smaller cages, and that's necessary. And we always keep those cages covered so they're not looking at us all the time. As soon as possible, we will transfer them to an outdoor pen, and that's where they can start to move again, reacclimate to the weather, and hear the sounds of nature again, which is so beneficial for their healing. These guys have to be athletes. They have to be nearly 100% strong and with great endurance to be able to survive again back out in the wild. When they pass their pre-release tests, it's time to go. Those are the happiest moments for us. That's why we do what we do. Those release days are fantastic. We know that to truly make a difference on behalf of wildlife, you need to educate, educate, educate. So our wildlife programs highlight all of these species and their specialized traits and adaptations. But most importantly, we are there to dispel myths and inaccuracies that can lead to prejudice against them. Our wildlife education programs present over 250 on-site and 250 off-site programs every year, bringing trained raptors, mammals, and reptiles for conservation education. We go out to schools, libraries, and festivals, all kinds of different groups. They get to see their local wild neighbors up close. And it's fantastic because you're just a few feet away, and if you've never looked a bald eagle directly in the eye, it's truly a unique experience. Our helpline is to advise people on how to live in harmony with their local wild neighbors. We work with people on using non-lethal methods and trying to dispel some of the myths that lead to that prejudice in the first place. The Wild Wonders Wildlife Park is our teaching zoo, which exhibits over 75 permanently injured and non-releasable birds, mammals, and reptiles. This is where the general public and families can get really up close to their wild neighbors, some things that they might have only caught a glimpse of before. So it's very special. We teach about 500 guided tours through the wildlife park every year, and we hope people take away a new sense of respect for the animals that are probably living right around their neighborhood. At the end of the Wild Wonders Wildlife Park Trail, our visitors will find a very special place. It's called Alexandria's Naturescape, and it is our natural children's play area, which is designed to get kids off of their screens and outdoors with unstructured free time to play. I hope people learn from our work here with wildlife at the Howell Nature Center to take away a sense of awe and respect for these creatures that we share our planet with, but especially to respect their wildness. Let them be wild. That's why they're here. We can admire them from afar, but they are not ours to manage and to keep for our own selfish reasons. They belong to the planet. Our work in rehabilitation here shows that those lives have value, and our work in education provides information about why we need to care. If we can foster that respect and appreciation for our local wildlife, maybe we can all better coexist together. The Howell Nature Center is helping in no small way to open minds and open hearts on behalf of wildlife.